What's up, guys? Six String Stanger. Welcome back to the channel. So today we got a cool ass guitar from Festley here. This is the FLP 900. Please do not. I told you when we started this, don't roll the foot. All right, guys. Welcome back to the channel. So yeah, this is the FLP 900 series from Festley. This is their Les Paul model. My God, it's heavier than I remember. Of course, I haven't worked out for a while, so anyway, I got this about a week or so ago, and just getting around to opening it up and checking it out with you guys. This is a pretty cool, awesome guitar. Loads of specs, pretty cool stuff. This is like their higher end. If you noticed when we did the, I think it was the what was it? The Strat. The Strat 1000, I think it was. I did the blue one, I believe. I'll leave a card or a link down below if you want to check that one out. That was specced out beyond belief. Well, this is like their FLP 900. This is like that type of thing. Supposed to be all specced out and kind of a higher end for Festley. So, without further ado, play the music. There it is. I got my pointy thingy here. And we will cut this tape. Not much tape, so when I say stop, please stop. Okay, so here we go. Okay, all right. Okay, you turn down the music? Okay, good. At least you turn down the music so we can keep going here. That's one thing I do like. I didn't turn down the music! Turn the music down, okay? Okay, all right. Anyway, okay, guys. Again, Festley, you're getting better. Let's say you're getting better, okay? As we all know, when I unbox stuff from Festley, that it's always been an issue with shipping, right? Now, this did come in another box, a bigger box that can bounce around in freely, right? This is better. They're getting better. Look, they got a thing to help support the neck, something for the tip if it gets hit, and on the sides and the bottom. Not bad. Now, if we could just get a little more styrofoam on the backing and in the front, that might be just a little better, but it's okay. Okay, clean that up over there. All right, so let's see what kind of goodies we get here in in the bag of doom, shall we say. All right, cool. Got more Festley guitar picks. Always need picks, man. You never know where they're going to land or where you're going to hit them at. Get your strap as usual. You get these really awesome cables, and I'm going to tell you, they're nice. They're very nice cables. I've used a couple of them before. Really awesome quality. Truss rod adjustment tool. Looks to be it. You got your little instruction manual. Shows you how to tune the guitar, what parts of the guitar you're doing, and all that type of stuff there. So kind of cool there. Oh, better put my picks in there so if I lose picks, I know I got more picks in here. Okay. All right. Let's get this baby on open here. See what we got. All right. Now, this does come in two other colors. I got the black one. Okay. I got the black. I don't know why. I think nothing against Festley, but I think with the pickup rings on the other ones, it doesn't look bad, but it didn't look right to me. Maybe that's something they can look into. Some people may like it. I don't know. But I thought, I'm going to go with black. You can't go wrong with black, right? So, let's go ahead and get this plastic cover here off. And take my Band-Aid off of there. Band-Aid, rubber band. Yeah, okay. Yep, she's looking pretty. Okay, let's get right to the headstock here. Very nice headstock. Got the, it says Festley there. I got their little F emblem up here. Pretty cool. FLP 900 on the oh my God, on the truss rod cover. I don't know. Nice. They got those classic type tuners on the back. They look kind of like the old Gibson type tuners, but I know they're not, but pretty nice. They feel to be pretty smooth and They're not loose or anything, so that's good. All right, so let's go ahead and, well, let's feel the frets while we're here. Nice. They're nice. They are nice. They're not even to the edge of the fretboard hardly at all. I can't feel anything all the way down, so that's good. We got this awesome wax paper. Let me get this wax paper off before we go any further. And try not to cut my fingers off. You know, I like to build suspense, guys, you know. It's just something I do. There we go. Almost sliced my fingers off there. Okay. Let's just try to remove this. Okay, raise this up a little more. Aha. Okay. There we go. Very nice looking fretboard here. Let's take a close look at that. They got your, I'm not even going to say it. What are those? This ain't trapezoids or whatever. They're kind of cool looking inlays. Okay, I do like that. It's all gloss black, man. You can just see the gloss back on here and gloss black. Black back. Okay, so my clap, please. Yep, thank you. Thank you. All right, let's get right into that drum roll and let's see what we got here for this awesome looking Fesley guitar. And then we'll go over some specs. All right, drum roll, please. In 3, 2, 1. Check that out. Check out my studio lights, too. Just studio lights right there. One over on the other side. Very, very classy guitar, man. I like how they got the chrome knobs on here too. That is awesome. They're not pull or push or anything like that, so that's okay. But yeah, like on the other models, this is different. You know, normally when you see a Les Paul, you'd see like this would be cream colored and that would be cream colored, right? Well, these are black. These are all black pickup rings on every mod or every color they have. The other two colors, they have the same thing, and it just didn't jive with me. I thought this one looked the best because it's black, right? Can't go wrong with black. All right, guys, let's get into some of these specs here. Naturally, you got a mahogany body with a mahogany neck, rosewood fretboard, I do believe. Let me double check. Going right off the Instagram. Yes, rosewood fretboard. Okay, that's cool. You got 18-to-1 gear ratio on these tuners, so that's awesome. You got two-tone, two volume, as usual on any Les Paul, pretty much. You got two humbuckers here. You also have your three-way toggle. Not bad toggle, honestly. Yeah, I mean, it kind of wants to slip out slightly, but honestly, it's not that bad. Yeah, and then these knobs, let me tweak my knobs for everyone. Yeah, okay, yeah, all right, yeah. These are very smooth and tight. Smooth and tight knobs. I like it. I like smooth and tight knobs! Okay, also on the frets, these are like the nickel type frets. 2.7 millimeter, and I think that falls along the lines of jumbo frets. I don't know. Maybe I could look that up, or you know, whatever. It's whatever you guys think 2.7 millimeter is. Anyway, this also has a bone nut up here as well. As you can see, it's cut very well. They did a really good job, and if you could see the frets on here as well, man, just a great job with their fret job and the cutting of the nut. I don't feel any. There's a little bit of indentation on the sides here where the nut comes up to the guitar here, but it's not that big of a deal. I'd rather have it go in very slightly like it is than to have it protruding out and my hand kind of gets snagged a little bit. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. My balls. Let's check my balls. Got silver balls, man. And you know me, I like my colored balls, but it's okay. It's all right. We'll live with it. I'm fine. It's all part of the act, stupid. Anyway, so, yep, we got our jack here where it should be. Nicely done. All along the back is pure black all the way around. Very nice. They have curved the old heel joint there for the guitar. Very awesome job on that as well. You have a nice belly cut here for your gut You know, some of us are getting guts in our old age. I'm not saying anything about myself, but anyway, so yeah, just a real. All right, guys. I don't know if I mentioned it. It has a rosewood fretboard. I don't know if I said that or not. It does have 22 frets as well. Just very nice. Let's go ahead and get this thing weighed up here. I almost forgot to weigh. We gotta weigh the guitar. I mean, come on, man. All right, let's get us a tuning peg here and put it on our fish scale. See what we end up with. Yep, it's got a little bit of... Oh my God, it's not gonna do it. Will you fix this thing? Okay, it's fixed. Okay, good. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing weighed up. Right there we go. 8.81 for this particular model, or one that I have here. I'm trying to hold it to where you can see. 8.81. Not too bad, but it is kind of heavy. I mean, you know, especially holding it up with one arm and being weak like myself, you know. But yeah, pretty cool. Let's go ahead and test the pickups. Pickup guy, the guy that does the thing on the wall. I don't see on the screen. You know, put it up somewhere real quick, please. God, I'll wait. Okay, do we got him? Is he here? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and grab these wires carefully. Okay, because it's balancing here. You wouldn't believe the circus-like activities that I have to deal with. Anyway, so let's go ahead and see what the bridge pickup is pushing out on this guitar. 14.36 for the bridge. Let's go right to the middle selection. 4.95 for the middle. And right here at the neck, we're pushing a solid 7.54. Okay, all right. All right, that's cool, huh? It's not too bad. It's got a little bit of spice in the old bottom burner here. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and get out our neck measuring thingy here. Make sure everything's good with the neck right out of the box. And by golly. Oh man, okay. It could use a slight tweak. It's not bad though. Really isn't bad at all. I can just see a little bit of daylight. Not much. Right in this area here, just very ever so little. Right around this fret here on up to probably the 14th or so. Just a few frets there. Just you know, got just a little bit of a back bow, but it's not bad. So, with that being said, give me a few minutes here. I'm gonna wrestle my ass off and try to get these plastic things off. Hey. All right. Hey. Now, take a look at that. Look at that. Look at the shine on those pickups. Yeah. Nice classic look. All right. Give me a few minutes here. We'll get this baby all tuned up and see what this guitar here has to offer. Alright guys, got my headphones on so I can hear what you guys are hearing. So yeah, went in tune decently well. I stretched the strings, I think two times, yep. And then I played some clean tones there a minute ago, just to make sure everything was good to go. I didn't do anything other, I raised the pickup on the bridge slightly, just because it was down inside the pickup ring. So, and the neck is still in the pickup ring slightly, I didn't adjust that. Nobody plays neck pickup. I mean, I did on the clean tones, I guess. But anyway, that's all I did. I didn't do any truss rod adjustments or anything. I'm going to be interested. I'm going to be interested. Shut up! When I do the tuner test. A couple of these tuners were kind of like, they were tight, but they kind of, they went down just slightly here and there. Not horrible, but we'll see how that works out. And also, I do want to mention this. I don't know. I thought there'd be a plastic film over top of this. I could peel that off and get rid of this, but apparently no. You know, that's all paper just waiting to rip. That's going to take some Goo Gone and some very, very, very gentle scraping. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get into this guitar here. I already put this on, but it dried up now, and I didn't get my toes. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up, right? Anyway, so yeah, let's get right into it. Here is the bridge pickup, and let's see what kind of tones we get. Here we go. Okay, so just to be clear, I did the clean tones. I didn't when I do the clean tones first, I don't go into the distortion because I want that to be an honest reaction. And it's pretty bitey, honestly. It's got a lot of grit, a lot of punch, you know, I think. Really, really awesome, man. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the rhythm tone test, all right? Okay, I'm just going to switch in between the pickups and give you some rhythm tones and just give you a variation of tone. Here we go. Starting on the neck bridge. The bridge. Why is that so hard for me? I don't understand. Bridge pickup. God. Yeah, bridge. God bless. Okay, I'm going to go right into the middle selection. Okay, and right into the neck. I almost said bridge again. What the hell? Anyway, here's the neck. And right back to the bridge. All right. Okay, so lead tone test, right?
Tone test.
Okay, so lead tone test. Same thing as a rhythm, but I'm just doing some crappy lead tones for you, because that's what I do. Here we go. We'll start right here at the bridge, and here we go. Okay, right to the middle. And right to the neck. And back to the bridge. Okay, there you go. Okay, here comes the tuner test, guys.
Tuner test.
Like I said, this one's gonna be interesting. So we'll do a round one, see if I can knock it out. If I knock it out, it's over. It's over. We go to round two. We'll see what I can do. So let's get right into it. We're not concentrating on awesomeness. We're concentrating on bending and trying to knock it out. Right now we are in tune. That's what we want to hear when I get done playing. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Really tweak that G, right? Here we go. G. Okay, it was the G chord. You can't fault a guitar for a G chord. It's a G string. G string, folks. Okay, we all know a G string, especially on a Les Paul, suck. So, and these are just probably some kind of cheap string, right? You get your strings on there, which you should do, which I should probably do at every video, but I ain't got that kind of time. So, anyway. All right, let's take a quick vote. Should I do a round two? Yes? Okay, let's do it. Here we go. I'm the crappiest player ever, yeah. All right, here we go, guys. Let's see what we got. It's the G string. Whatever. All right, guys. What do you think of the FLP 900? Huh? I mean, you know, during the tuner test, honest to God, it's a G-string issue. And it's a, you know, every Les Paul, it's just because of the way it's angled and it goes in a weird way, you know? I can't really fault it for that. I mean, all the other strings pretty well stayed in tune. So, and these are the crappy strings that came with the guitar. So, put your favorite brand of strings on there. That might fix some of your issue. Okay? I'm not gonna fault the tuners for that, because, you know, like I said, it's a Les Paul. I have a $900 Les Paul that does the same thing. So, you know, but, you know, you give it a good string change, get you some nut sauce or lube. You lube your nuts up and you're good to go. I don't care. I said it because it's my show. For crying out loud. I mean, we're all adults here. You know what I mean when I say nut sauce, right? That's disgusting. But yeah, all in all, man, really played well. The neck is nice. You know, those of you want like a satin type or type of a neck, this is a glossy neck. You may want to take your Scotch-Brite pad and rough it up, or, you know, that way you get all that slippery stuff there. I don't know. I don't play out, okay? I'm not a traveling musician. I never never was, I never will be. Obviously, because I suck, and I'm just trying to do YouTube to do something with my life. Great guitar. The price is going to run you at $299, okay? This is a little bit upscale compared to some of their other stuff that's been around $200, but it's an upgrade from what they had in the past, you know, with like their FLP 400 series or 350s. You know, they were a little thinner, and they didn't have binding around them. They didn't have the gloss finish. They were kind of a fat finish. What's a fat finish? Anybody know what a fat finish is? Flat finish, or satin finish. You know, they didn't take the extra time to you know, make it glossy, right? So this is really professionally done. Looks very nice. I am kind of upset about this, however. So I'm gonna take this off. A little goo gone. You know, hopefully everything will be fine. But hey, that's minor. It's minor, guys. Plays really well, like I said. So yeah, I'll leave a link down below if you guys want to check this thing out. Pretty awesome. Alright guys, if you liked the video, drop a like down below. I really do appreciate it. Hey, if you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing, man. We're closing in on 15K. It's a 5, and another 5. 15 right there. So you know what's after that, right? You got 1501. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, sorry. Jacked up on caffeine today, okay? Really am. And having a good time with it. I think I need more. Alright guys, don't forget to check out the Stanger merch shop below. Get you some Ditty merch. Get you some Ditty, you son of a bitch. Alright guys, you know, we'll see you in the next video, alright? Don't forget, it's all about the music. Later. Love ya.